I was wondering if we'd ever get there.
In week 1, the Dolphins were in good hands because of Tyreek Hill's hands. Tyreek had 215 yards, which was more than all of the Chiefs receivers combined.
Tyreek Hill is incredible, man. Like, we have these conversations every so often about who's the best receiver in football. And Justin Jefferson, I think, is like the favorite now that people like to talk about as the best receiver in football. We've forgotten how impactful Tyreek Hill is and what Tyreek has done to that thing. So that team and that player. We talk a lot about how Mike McDaniel brought out the best in Tua. I'm not so sure that it's not just Tyreek Hill, because if we talk about all the quarterbacks that made those incredible jumps, the reason why they made those jumps was because they got a receiver that made things so much easier for them. So you can look at A.J. Brown for Hurts. You can look at Stephon Diggs for Josh Allen. And I think Tyreek Hill's done the same thing for Tua. And it doesn't mean that these players aren't good, but having a player like that really can unlock a quarterback and unlock a team. I think he is by far the most valuable player on their team, and the impact that he's had on that team is incredible.
I want to lay out the scenario the Chargers faced in this game, Dominique.
Oh,
J.C. Jackson was coming back from a torn patellar tendon. This was his first game since suffering that injury last year. He ended up one-on-one against Tyreek Hill on multiple occasions in this game. He had an interception, so he did make a play. I think that was against Jalen Waddle in coverage, though. He also became the first player, I think, in the history of National Football League to commit pass interference on a Hail Mary in this game. Like, the incredible ups and downs. And I think, like, you wouldn't want to cover Tyreek Hill healthy. You wouldn't want to cover him fresh. Like, if you're coming back from an injury your first game, you want to at least maybe ease your way, maybe play 20 snaps, maybe, you're going to cover River Craycraft in this game. You're not going to cover Tyreek Hill.
Craycraft.
I can't believe there were so many snaps with J.C. Jackson covering Tyreek Hill, including the game winner.
J.C. Jackson is a Terp, so I refuse to allow any more negative talk about JC. Well, you actually provided a good excuse for JC, so I'm down with that. But he had a rough year last year before he tore his patella, and it just hit me while we're sitting here. Wasn't the Chargers were the team that were like, we figured it out. We're gonna get up and jam them. That's the solution.
Yeah, that lasted one game. They were gonna jam them, and they played like inside leverage. Even when typically middle of field's closed, you want to play with outside leverage. They played inside leverage. It turns out that works for like one game. Once the Dolphins had a solution for that, it didn't work. And Tua and Tyreek ate them up throughout this entire contest.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.